Nethergard has stood steadfast for years against the demon onslaught that plagues this land. Our watch is never ending, our vigilance unfaltering, and our courage bottomless. We've held these lands since the portal opened, but now these horde insects have the insolence to stand in our way. We protected them as well as we have protected ourselves. Lone Grutz looks over you. Let's see if you've got a hand for combat. Slay one of the horde's kill on scouts that nibble at our perimeter. Only one? Well, that's pretty easy. You saw Worgen. That's bad. Worgen ghosts? That's even worse. Those weren't horde ships, they were Gulnean. They must have been headed to Surwich at the bottom of the Tainted Forest. That makes a lot more sense. We've got to help them, Kulgoroth. The Worgen are our allies. Yeah, I know. Things can get a bit stuffy here in Nethergard. Sometimes a dwarf just needs a brew to take her mind off her duty for a bit. For those who don't know, this over here is the Tainted Forest. It used to be the Tainted Scar. I can't really say exactly what the Bassaland map used to look like. I do believe it ended like here. Oh, like the dark portals around here. I remember it cut off here. And maybe the Tainted Scar that used to be here did go down further, but I can't remember. But it didn't open up to here, is all I'd be sure of. But yeah, anyway, over here used to be the Tainted Scar, level 60 elite zone, hosted full of demons. It was as barren as the area as the Blassalands is here, if not completely worse. The land itself was not red like this ash, not like the sands on the dust on Mars, but it was grey. You can see a bit of it in my Legion videos, though I'm not sure if those Legion videos are out by the time this is released. I do the anniversary quest where I go kill the raid boss that used to exist down here, Lord Kazakh, and you can see how terrible the Bastard Scar used to be. Only a small portion of it remains. Most of it is now the Tainted Forest, where life is rebloomed, but it's not quite right. Spoilers. Our fallen friends. Based on what you're telling me, it sounds like there aren't many survivors, just restless spirits. Least we can do is give them the rest. And there, Nohar? You know her? I have no idea. It takes a long draw off a mug of black ale. Head back to the shattered shore and vanquish the Worgen ghosts that still remain. Doing so should release their spirit from this world, allow them to pass on into the next. The other thing that concerns me about those shipwrecks is all the vultures that they've attracted. Knowing how these birds operate, they've already picked the bones clean, but still we can't allow them to further desecrate the bodies of our friends. Before I brood, I hunted. Here, take this bow and more importantly, these arrows. They've been laced with a little concoction that should give those bone pickers a little surprise.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Okay, I'll have to leave that quest for the moment. Let's head back to Stormont.
King's honor, friend. Safe travel.
Seems I'm going straight there, which is quite fantastic. Okay, while we're on the way, let us have a look at a dungeon entry. The Palanai Crypts. The original exiles of Draenor found death to be an unsettling and unfortunate consequence of life, so the Draenei hid their dead away in the subterranean grave city of Aushadun. a labyrinthian marvel that located beneath the forest of Tokar. Shriek, the Dead Watcher. Shriek was constructed by was constructed by the Exarch Maladar to guard over the fallen Draenei spirits who wander the Alkanai crypts, a necrotic mass of eyes, teeth, and tentacles. This undead construct absorbs arcane energy with hungry abandon and will not suffer the living to pass. This is it. It actually shares the model of a demon, interestingly enough. And here's the Exarch. We see him in WoD, but this is the main universe iteration of him. Regrettably, we didn't get to end up seeing much of him, nor did we get to see much of a Kama, which is, ever so disappointing, because we get, there's, like we didn't really get to see much of those characters. Well, we got to see a bit of a Kama, certainly more Kama than this guy, but we had a chance to see more of them, and we didn't really get to see that much of them in WoD. WoD was really rushed. Like, Shatrat was never freed by the end of the expansion. It's still in Legion hands. But the expansion, it was over and we've moved on. We're never going to go back there. We're never going to wrap that up. It's really annoying. Blizzard hopefully will learn their fucking lesson and never do that again. You start a plot thread, you finish it. You give the expansions the time they need to ferment and brew. Especially when you're doing an alternate universe time travel story. You don't do that in 5 minutes. You need to make sure that's done right. The more complex the story you need, the more respect and dignity you have to give it. Maybe not dignity, but the more respect you have to give it. Even, and when I say respect, I mean, treat it right. Handle it right. Don't just, rush it out. Even if you're doing a slapstick story, you gotta handle it right to do the story, to do the jokes, to do the humor justice, to make sure it comes out right. And the Warlords of Draenor felt very rushed. Plenty of stuff didn't get done. And then suddenly, like Grosh going from would-be genocider to best friends with the Draenei was completely out of left field. It wasn't built up at all. Like, he hasn't redeemed himself. He fended off the demons, but that could be clearly just a simple case of they fucked with me. Not a demons are bad. It was he had issues with the demons, yeah, but like he stopped the Burning Legion invasion, but it could be not a he's changed sort of way, but they fucked with me. I'm still gonna genocide the Draenei, but then I'm gonna kill the demons first, kind of thing, He hasn't done a redemption quest. He's just kind of skipped to the redeemed aspect. So it's it's irritating. Anyway. The sole living remnant of the glory that once strode the halls of Aushadun, Maladar has been driven mad by the loss of everyone and everything he ever loved. His lunatic dedication to the preservation of their memory has driven him to a mastery of the dark arts. Which is sad. You may also notice I've only the quests here. I swore my journal wasn't full, but it had other ones in it. I think the reason it isn't full anymore is because of the the scaling thing. Since those quests went by the old system and were now under-leveled for me, they must have got kicked out of my journal. That's what I figure anyway. Either that or my journals really were empty. But that does look like a cool sword. Calamity's Edge. That's cool. Oh no, wrong way. Okay.
Light be with you.
Awesome. Someone thinks you're awesome. Christ, I've got a lot here. Wonder how much it'll make if I want to sell it off.
Light bless you.
A lot, I would hope. Let's go put some stuff into my bank proper.
Need help?
Below an inventory space. Oh, wait. I know I didn't run a Blackwing Lair. How did I get that again? Was it from a chest or something? A rare drop? Because apparently that's actually meant to drop off Nefarian himself. So I guess they must have made it a world drop at some stage? Or that's not the soul drop or something. Plenty of stuff to sell at some stage.
Here.
Unlock this. I got a major healing potion and a bit of silver.
What can I do for you?
Sell it. Oh, hold on to it. Sell it. Sell that.
Be careful. What are you looking for?
I'm a very sentimental person. I can't even remember if I'm being sentimental about the right things though. I remember like where I got that or this.
You need something? See you later.
So let's just go put these back. Ooh. You just see this weapon? Ooh, Lustrious Daybreak Greatsword. That looks cool. We were betrayed by the man we called our prince, and pledged the blades of my blood knights to the defeat of Kil'jaeden and the restoration of Silvermoon. We'll fight beside you at all.
Greetings. Go with honor.
Remember Morgan Lattimore? I remember reading up on one of the rogue legendary quests, and I brought this up before, but I'm not sure if I said the full details of it. Basically, in one of the rogue legendary quests, it turns out there's a cult in Duskwood. Apparently, a ton of members, named people from Duskwood are part of it. There was, in the Legion beta, there was the idea of Morgan's daughter being part of the cult, but there was a general outcry against that idea, and they decided against it. And I kind of do like the idea of her following in her father's footsteps. He was a noble, great knight who had a mental fucking breakdown when he comes home from war. You could presume that maybe the one thing keeping him going is the love for his family, wanting to keep them safe, and then he comes home to find them dead. Like, only his wife and sons buried, his daughter likely dead in a ditch somewhere. Or worse, you know, one of the risen horrors or something. Actually, I'm not sure if the undead had reached Duskwood at that stage. Maybe that was something else that killed them off, I can't remember anymore. So, you know, his daughter, you know, following in his footsteps of like the noble knight he was. I do like that idea. That's the kind of shit that plays on my heartstrings, you know? Yeah. Well, I actually just noticed shadows on the tree leaves. I didn't think WoW had those. Like, you know, you can see the griffin shadow on the trees here. Didn't think you'd see that. Actually, on a side note, actually, there's a horde camp just up there. Huh. That's worthy of investigation at some stage. There used to be a horde camp just inside Duskwood at the tower of the this guy, Beggar's Haunt, but they've since moved. But you know, one thing like I was saying there that plays on my heartstrings, you know, fathers going to hell and back for their kids. Don't know why, it just really plays on my heartstrings. Like the guy from Nier, main guy. Him going to hell and back for his daughter. Just I don't know. It's really plays on the heartstrings, you know. And to be honest, in a way, I kind of prefer, strangely enough, I kind of prefer the change they made in the Western version of Nier to the original one. The original version of Nier, the main guy was, I doubt they changed much. I think he was meant to be her brother, not her father, maybe. I can't remember. I just remember he looks like younger and like, you know, real pretty boy. You know, like he spends all day, every day, you know, in front of the makeup mirror. The way you get him in the Western version is he's an older man who looks worn and haggard. You know, trying to look after his deathly ill daughter. Taking hard, dangerous jobs just to make ends meet so he can get the medicine each and every day to keep her alive. You know, it just seems more fitting, you know? I know, and again, it ends up playing on my heartstrings in that way, so, you know, fathers going to hell and back for their kids. So, yeah, it ends up, what can I say, I'm a big softie. You know, seeing that on that there, my mind jumps to, you know, Warhammer, the orcs in like 40k, like the orcs have like those, there'll be like a skull on their vehicles, and you'll see like, you know, the top half of the skull, then there'll be a separate metal piece for the bottom jaw. Kind of makes me think of that, but you know, a budget version, like this one has Dunce's cap on, kind of thing. Yeah.
Hello. See you soon.
Okay. Excuse me. Flaming arrow? Yeah, eat shit. Christ. Nice. Oh, nice. Well, that's cool. Point toss, eh? Wait. I need to see. Do I actually get money? Sadly not, no. Movement speed reduced by 50%. Sure. But yeah, I was talking earlier on in this series about loving to see like the Glenais quest line continue. Well, that's just gonna happen in Battle for Azeroth. The lines is heading back.